Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen sounding the alarm on her former employer during a blistering hearing on Capitol Hill. Listen.
Facebook's products harm children, stoke division, and weaken our democracy. The company's leadership knows how to make Facebook and Instagram safer, but won't make the necessary changes because they have put their astronomical profits before people. They have been hiding this information because they feel trapped. They need to admit they did something wrong and that they need help to solve these problems.
And Congressman Tim Burchett joins me now. Congressman, great to see you. In light of this testimony and the revelations over the past month on this topic, will you and your colleagues in Congress finally act?
I hope so, but the trouble with Congress is we don't have the guts to do anything. And also, as I stated on my Twitter account yesterday, I said, if they want to send a message about Facebook to Congress, they'll have to do it on 8-track tapes. We are woefully unadvanced in this field. You're talking to a group of folks that don't understand it and don't ask the right questions. What they're doing basically is what happened in the 60s and 70s, which they outlawed in movie theaters. They would splice in a short picture of a popcorn or a Coca-Cola for just microseconds, and subliminally your brain would pick that up, and they would see, I think I read 60% increase in sales. And that's exactly what they're doing with these algorithms. They used them under Obama, and Obama got elected, and they all thought, wow, that's great, that's science. And then Trump uses basically the same formula. He wins, and now we got a problem. But the real problem is with Facebook, is with using the Iranians and the Chinese use it to attack the Uyghurs and the people that they're opposed to. At some point, though,
Right.
We're obviously going to have to look at the 230 protections
They've
been afforded.
Yeah, here's Zuckerberg's response. Many of the claims don't make any sense. At the heart of these accusations is this idea that we prioritize profit over safety and well-being. That's just not true. I'm particularly focused on the questions raised about our work with kids. It's very important to me that everything we build is safe and good for kids. But, Congressman, Zuckerberg's had multiple warnings before. This isn't the first time we've had a segment like this. What, besides 230, is there anything else Congress needs to do, like now, instead of keeping talking about it?
Well, I think on the reverse of that, I think parents need to get involved and talk to their congressman about it. Because if you go to a high school football game or even a college football game, the young people literally are dressed like hookers. And you got to figure, where are the parents and why are they dressing like that? They're dressing like that because they've been driven to a site on Facebook somewhere, some advertisement for clothing or these modeling, they're glamorizing the Hollywood set. And that's what the kids think is the norm now, and it is not the norm. And we are changing the way our kids are thinking about themselves. Little girls are dieting and literally starving themselves to death. Little boys are looking at little girls as sex objects. Parents need to get involved, and we need to look at this and address this holistically, not just one thing. Because Zuckerberg's laughing at us. He knows he can get around it, and he won't do anything about it.
Let's let kids be kids. Meantime, I want to get to this. You are demanding answers over the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. What do you want to know, Congressman?
I'd like to know still how many people we got there. Yesterday, we had expert testimony that said there's over 1,000 folks over there that should be in America right now. That should be very disturbing. In my district alone, we lost contact with 17 people when Afghanistan fell. 17. You multiply that for over 435 members of Congress, and that tells you the numbers are way up there. We're not being told. We've been the Democrats snuck into a rules bill, legislation that took our right of oversight over what's going on. Not that Congress could do anything about it, probably make it worse, but still it would expose what's going on. The Biden administration is clearly hiding what's going on. They botched this thing. Americans have lost their lives. People are being hunted down right now that were loyal to this country, and it sends a terrible message throughout the world that America will not stand with its allies. And we need to get to the bottom of it.
It'll be fascinating if the Democrats join you on this. Congressman Tim Burchett, we appreciate your time as always. Thank you, sir.